Imagine stepping into your backyard this December. The sun sets early, the air feels quieter, and the garden is glowing. Not from store-bought decor, but from things you almost threw away. A bottle fence blooms like warm glass beside your herbs. Bike rims rise like halos, holding tiny lantern jars. A small mosaic panel catches winter light and makes strawberries look brighter. And the best part? Every fence you're about to see is built for a small backyard. Simple, cozy, and honestly, impossible to unsee once you've seen it. Welcome back to Backyard Fortune, where we turn everyday trash into tiny garden miracles. If you love small backyards, edible gardens, and designer-looking fences that are secretly made from junk, you're in the right place. Today we're walking through 12 trash to fence transformations with a warm, Merry Christmas December vibe, soft lights, cozy corners, and that end-of-year calm your garden deserves. If even one idea makes your heart beat a little faster, tap subscribe and stay with this series. And please share this video to your WhatsApp groups and on Facebook, so more garden lovers can dream with us. To everyone who watches and shares, I truly wish you long life, good health, and peaceful days in your own backyard. One, Bottle Blossom Glow Fence. Imagine walking into your garden on a quiet December afternoon, when the sun begins to dip earlier than usual and the air carries a gentle stillness. Along the edge of the soil, something begins to glow softly, not bright, not loud, but warm enough to slow your steps. A line of delicate blossoms appears, their petals catching the fading light like frosted glass. As you move closer, the truth reveals itself. These flowers were once ordinary plastic bottles, reshaped by simple hands and given a second life. Now they bloom beside rosemary and thyme, their soft glow warming the leaves below. Strawberries lean toward the light, basil lifts its fragrance into the cool air, and pine branches rest nearby like a quiet reminder that the year is coming to a close. There is comfort here. Not the kind that comes from perfection, but from care. From choosing to see value in what was nearly forgotten. This fence does not separate space. It gathers it. It holds the garden together with light, memory, and patience. In the hush of early evening, the bottles shimmer gently, and for a moment, the backyard feels less like a project, and more like a place to breathe. As the glow continues along the path, it quietly leads the way toward another idea, waiting just ahead, ready to rise from what once stood still. Two, Bike rim halo fence with lantern jars. Imagine following a quiet garden path as the day leans toward evening. The light softens, shadows stretch gently across the gravel, and then you notice a line of circles rising calmly from the earth. At first, they feel almost symbolic, like echoes of something once in motion. As you step closer, the circles reveal themselves as old bicycle rims, weathered by time and patience. Once built for speed and travel, they now stand still, holding space for something slower. Vines weave naturally through the spokes, tracing paths that feel unplanned yet perfectly placed. Inside a few of the rims, small glass jars hang quietly, collecting the last warmth of the day. When dusk arrives, they begin to glow, releasing a soft light that settles into the leaves below. Herbs gather at the base, rosemary brushing the air, thyme spreading low and steady, rooting the scene in scent and calm. There is a gentle harmony here between metal, plant and light. Nothing tries to dominate. Everything simply belongs. The fence does not block the view. It frames it, turning an ordinary boundary into a moment worth lingering in. As the lanterns flicker softly and the circles repeat into the distance, the path invites you forward, toward another corner of the garden, where a different kind of quiet beauty is already waiting to be found. Three, mosaic mirror fruit courtyard panel. Imagine reaching the quietest corner of your backyard, where the day slows just enough for details to matter. The winter sun hangs low, and against the wooden fence, something begins to shimmer, not sharply, but gently, like a memory-catching light. A mosaic panel stands there, built from broken mirrors and worn ceramic tiles. Each piece is imperfect, carrying edges softened by time. Together, they reflect fragments of sky, leaves, and movement, turning the wall into something alive. Not a mirror meant to show you yourself, but one that helps the garden feel deeper than it truly is. From simple hooks, baskets hang calmly, strawberries glowing red against winter greens, basil lifting its scent into the cool air. Below, lavender hums quietly with life, grounding the shimmer with softness. The reflections move as the light shifts, never repeating the same pattern twice. There is something comforting in these broken pieces. They remind us that even what is fractured can still hold beauty, still return light to the world. This panel does not shout for attention. It waits. It rewards those who pause. As the reflections fade into warmer tones and the garden settles into evening, the shimmer gently guides your eyes onward, toward another idea, waiting just beyond the corner, ready to unfold its own quiet story. Four, tin can pastel pocket trellis fence. Imagine walking beside a quiet garden fence and hearing the faintest sound, a soft, gentle tap as something moves with the breeze. You look closer and notice a line of small metal forms, painted in pale winter colors, swaying just enough to catch the light. Each tin can hangs like a pocket of possibility. Once ordinary and forgotten, they now hold tiny lives, time spilling over the edges, mint lifting its cool scent, marigolds glowing softly like drops of sunlight against the muted season. Their pastel tones feel calm, never loud, blending naturally with the surrounding greens. As the air moves, the cans shift slightly, brushing one another with a quiet rhythm. It's not music meant to be heard across the yard, but something more personal, like the sound of a place that is alive and paying attention. The trellis behind them gives structure, while the plants soften every line. This fence doesn't try to impress. It simply offers a moment. A reminder that beauty can be light, movable, and kind. That even in winter, color can exist without shouting. As the pastel pockets continue their gentle sway and shadows stretch across the path, the garden seems to lean forward, inviting you toward the next corner, where another idea waits, ready to reveal its own quiet charm. Five, rustic crate pantry wall. Imagine stepping into a garden corner that feels quietly productive, even in the stillness of winter. Against the fence stands a wall, not of stone or brick, but of old wooden crates, stacked with care and softened by time. Each crate holds something living. Rosemary reaches outward, brushing the air with its familiar scent. Lettuce gathers in gentle folds, protected in shaded pockets. Kale stretches upward, dark and steady, catching the day's remaining light. Warm fairy lights weave through the wood, casting a glow that feels less like decoration and more like reassurance. The crates are worn, their edges rounded by years of use. Scratches and faded marks remain visible, telling stories of what they once carried. Now, instead of objects, they hold nourishment. They hold patience. They hold the quiet promise of growth, even as the year draws to a close. This wall does more than mark a boundary. It becomes a pantry, a place where the garden offers back what it has been given. In the calm of December, it stands as proof that usefulness and beauty can exist together, without effort or excess. As the lights begin to glow a little brighter and the greens settle into the evening air, the garden gently invites you onward, toward another idea, waiting just around the corner, ready to continue the story. Six, wicker basket herb curtain. Imagine walking past a garden fence that doesn't feel solid or fixed, but soft, almost breathing with the day. Instead of wood or metal, a line of woven baskets hangs gently in the air, moving slightly as the breeze passes through. Each basket holds a small pocket of life. Mint rises with a cool, familiar scent. Basil opens its leaves slowly, as if listening to the light. Rosemary stands firm, steady and reassuring, while thyme trails downward in quiet cascades. The wicker gathers sunlight in uneven patterns, warming the scene without effort. There is no rush here. The baskets don't divide the garden, they filter it. Light passes through the gaps, shadows shift gently across the path, and the herbs sway just enough to remind you that the space is alive. In winter, this softness matters. It brings warmth without clutter, movement without noise. Once used for gathering fruit or bread, these baskets now gather moments, small pauses between tasks, breaths taken without thinking. The fence becomes less about boundaries and more about presence. As the herbs continue their quiet motion and the light settles into the afternoon, the garden seems to open again, inviting you onward, toward another idea waiting patiently to be discovered just ahead. Seven, clay pot heat-holding bounty border. Imagine walking along a garden path where the ground itself seems to remember the sun. Beneath your steps, the air feels warmer, held gently by rows of clay pots resting against the soil like quiet guardians of the earth. Each terracotta pot carries the weight of seasons past. Some stand upright, steady and grounded. Others lean just enough to let time spill slowly over their edges, basil stretching outward as if reaching for light. Tiny strawberries peek from shaded pockets, while marigolds glow softly against the muted winter greens. There is a comfort in clay that no other material holds. It gathers warmth during the day and releases it slowly as evening arrives, offering shelter to roots and leaves when the air cools. Moss settles at the base of the pots, softening every edge, making the border feel grown rather than placed. This path does not rush you forward. It invites you to slow down, to notice the curve of a pot, the texture of weathered clay, the quiet resilience of plants that continue to grow even as the year winds down. It is a border built not to impress, but to care. As the warmth lingers and the path bends gently ahead, the garden opens once more, guiding you toward another idea, waiting calmly beyond the next turn. Mirror ladder herb story wall. Imagine finding an old wooden ladder resting quietly against a garden fence, as if it had always belonged there. Its surface is worn smooth by time, each rung holding traces of weather, work, and patience. Behind it, a subtle mirror catches fragments of sky and leaves, never enough to distract, just enough to deepen the space. Small clay pots sit calmly along the rungs. Basil lifts its leaves toward the light. Rosemary stands tall, steady, and fragrant. Thyme trails softly downward, tracing gentle lines that echo the ladder's shape. As the breeze moves through the garden, reflections shift quietly, turning stillness into motion. This wall does not demand attention. It waits for it. The ladder becomes more than a tool. It becomes a story, one that rises slowly, rung by rung, carrying life upward without effort. The mirror behind it reminds us that gardens are not only places to grow plants, but places to notice light, change, and time passing gently. In the quiet of winter, this vertical corner feels especially comforting. It offers height without heaviness, reflection without glare, and purpose without noise. As the herbs settle into the afternoon calm, the ladder seems to guide your gaze onward, toward the next idea, already forming in the soft space just beyond. Nine, fabric tapestry fence and suitcase planter bench. Imagine stepping into a garden corner where the air feels quieter, wrapped gently in layers of fabric and memory. Along the fence, old textiles hang softly, pieces once part of dresses, curtains, or forgotten afternoons, now moving slowly with the winter breeze. Below them, vintage suitcases rest like travelers who have finally found a place to stay. Their lids are open just enough to cradle life again. Basil rises fresh and familiar. Kale fans its leaves wide and steady. Strawberries peek out like small surprises, bright against the muted season. The fabrics filter the light, turning sharp winter sun into something warmer and more forgiving. Shadows dance gently across the ground, and the garden feels less exposed, more held. This is not a fence meant to block the world, but one meant to soften it. There is comfort here. A reminder that objects carry stories long after their first purpose has ended. That what once traveled far can still offer shelter, nourishment, and calm. As the fabrics continue their slow movement and the suitcase planters settle into the earth, the garden seems to breathe more deeply. And just beyond this quiet corner, another idea waits. Simple, playful, and ready to bring the story gently toward its final chapter. Ten, wooden spoon and cutting board character fence. Imagine reaching the end of the garden path, where the boundary no longer feels like a fence, but like the opening page of a quiet story. Along the soil, familiar shapes rise gently, wooden spoons and cutting boards, worn smooth by years of shared meals and daily use. Some carry simple expressions, nothing elaborate. Just enough to suggest warmth, curiosity, or calm. A small clay pot hangs from one board, holding mint that sways lightly with the breeze. Nearby, rosemary fills the air with a comforting scent, while thyme spreads softly along the ground, tying everything together. There is an honesty in this border. It doesn't pretend to be grand. It reminds us that beauty often comes from the most ordinary places, from drawers we no longer open, from tools shaped by time and care. In the quiet of December, these wooden figures feel like companions, standing patiently as the year draws to a close. The sunlight warms their surfaces, and for a moment, the garden feels complete. Not finished, but whole. A space shaped by memory, creativity, and gentle attention. As you step away, leaving these wooden companions behind, the garden opens outward, ready for rest, reflection, and whatever new ideas the coming season may bring. If this video gave you even one fence you'd love to try, don't let it stay on the screen. Look around your home, your storage corner, your junk pile, and see what could become a bottle blossom fence, a crate pantry wall, or a halo rim border. Tell me in the comments which one you'd build first, and share your own twist so our backyard fortune community can steal it kindly. Until next time, keep planting hope, keep seeing beauty where others see trash. And may your December be warm, peaceful, and full of quiet garden magic.